Hi Libra, welcome to your week ahead Taroscope with me, Raphael from Reydiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. Quick note, these are for your sun, moon and ascendant sign. Check out all three so that you know which part of you I resonate with most as a reader. With that said, I would like to bless my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance, and I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise. They help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So for your key to the week this week, you have the Emperor. Okay, so interesting because this card represents the sign that is opposite yours of Aries. Now, because you've got this as your key to the week, it means in all of these different areas of life, you are taking the reins. In some way, shape or form, you are stepping up and stepping forward. You're taking control, you're taking command, which I absolutely love for you. What it also tells me is that this might be a time where you are getting deeply committed to what your personal vision is for your life. It's kind of like, not necessarily like consequences be damned. It's more a case of, you know what, this is the path, this is this is what I envision for my life, and this is where I'm going from here. You're either on board or you're not. And this is across the board in all of these different areas of your life. In some ways, I actually do feel like this is you pulling rank, right? For your actions and options, you've got the Temperance card. So specifically for those of you that are married, partnered, or in long-term relationships, you are committed to healing your relationship. You're committed to making things better. In some way, shape or form, this is you pulling, your inner faculties and resources up by the bootstraps and saying, okay, you know what? I think there's something worth saving here, so we are going down this path. Now, the other thing as well, in terms of the options that are available to you, there's a chance here for you to check in whether something is right for you on a spiritual level, right? This is the thing. We might want something really, a lot. We might work really hard towards something, but if it's not right for us on that spiritual level, what else can we say, right? Now, you've got the Three of Wands as your, and for those of you that are single, that you're not in a relationship or anything like that, it's likely to be through your work. It's likely to be some situation that has needed healing. Maybe you've had a problem or an issue with a boss or a falling out. Maybe you've had an issue of a falling out with a parent, right? There's some relationship in your life here that needs to be healed, that needs to be mended, and you are committed to making that happen. Now, you've got the Three of Wands as your communications and conversation sphere, which is about expansion of your vision, thinking outside the box, thinking bigger, right? You've got this with the underneath the Temperance card. In terms of communications in general, this is you really doing the research, right? This week, it's like you're really trying to understand exactly where something is at or how something got to a certain experience or a certain situation. And this is you gathering the intel, gathering the information, just biding your time. It's like, okay, now that I understand, I can actually make a move that is going to create change, right? For those of you that are studying or in some form of academia, the Three of Wands and the Temperance card, give yourself, it's not even about a break. I think for a lot of you, this is about really acknowledging how hard you've worked, how hard you've put sort of pen to paper, if you like. And with the Emperor card, I think a lot of you are a lot more skilled and a lot more qualified than you either care to admit or that you give yourself credit for. And what I will say is there is potentially a senior post on the horizon for you. And it's the same for those of you that are employed, right? There's a chance here or a crack here for you to go for something that is beyond what your current level is. But it's going to take a lot of grit, and it's going to, quite frankly, it's going to create a little bit of friction, right? The Emperor is fully well versed in the fact that to maintain his throne, his position or his power, there will be times where he needs to fight for it. And if you are on the precipice of a promotion, some kind of advancement through your schooling, through your work, etc., you've got to go for it. And you need to know that there are going to be times and moments where you're either going to piss people off, somebody wanted that job, there are going to be haters, there are going to be naysayers, there's going to be all of that stuff on your path towards whatever your personal idea of greatness is. In order for you to have it, you are going to have to fight for it. And this week, I see you doing that, right? This is like that kind of big boss energy. Now, for those of you that are business owners, entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, people that are, self-employed in some way, shape or form, I actually really like this for forging a connection with somebody that can help you get ahead. But you've got to play hardball. That Emperor is you this week, right? It's your key to the week. The way that you get people to listen, the way that you get people to listen to what you're saying, the way that you get people to pay you respect is by doing the damn thing and commanding and demanding that they pay you the damn respect. All right? No really isn't in the vocabulary this week. It's, these are my terms. This is what I want. What does it take for you to meet them? Right? There needs to be no, an unwavering sense of this is what I want and this is all that I will accept. For those and yes, a lot of you are probably sitting there saying, well, Raf, that's a little bit unreasonable. And I'm saying this week you need to be unreasonable, right? When it comes to those of you that are retired and no longer working for any reason, it's time to get back on the saddle, right? Even if you're like at the age where you think, oh, well, you know what, I'm not going back to work, Raf, that's fine. But you do need to get back into a ball game where you can sink your teeth into it and be the boss in some way, shape or form. Okay. For your love and relations, you've got the Ace of Pentacles. This is a fresh start, right? So for those of you that are partnered, married, or in long-term commitments, this is a fresh start in the relationship. It's a new job for your partner. It's some kind of new avenue that opens up for them. It's also potentially a new living situation for your collective, whether that's you and your partner and the kids, you and your partner and the fur babies, whatever the case might be. Now, for those of you that are single, this is commitment, right? This is you connecting with or meeting somebody, and it's likely to be in a very mundane place. It will either be at your job, maybe you're, on your way to the store, like in some kind of really grounded, earthy space, and you'll know this person because you end up having what I would consider a really profound conversation with them, and you're like, holy crap, we just debated, I don't know, like the nature of life and the universe in the queue, in the queue at Asda. Do you know what I mean? It's like in the most unlikely of places. It's like, oh shit, I didn't expect to be talking about all of this stuff. Do you know what I mean? Like in a space like this. So that's how you will know that that is your person. And then for your money and materials, you've got the Two of Cups. Partnership, connection, collaboration. This is where you are going to find your money this week. And this is, if you're having to pull rank, you have to be the firm hand on the tiller. If you're making money through partnerships or your partnerships are having a direct impact on your finances, you need to pull yourself and everybody else that are in those partnerships with you up by their bootstraps and say, hey, listen, you got to work with me here in order for us to succeed, because I'm not having you pulling me down and I'm not having you failing on my watch, right? It's a lot of pressure, I'm sorry to say this week, my dear Libras. It is a lot of pressure, but it's you, right? It's all on you. You've got to make this happen now. When it comes to your physical health and vitality, it's possible this week that there could be things like tension, headaches, or nervous belly, especially for those of you that are about to start making those boss ass moves and having those big ass conversations, right? Especially if you're having this like unreasonable success idea in your mind that I'm telling you to have. So there's that, right? Now, when it comes to your home and environment, the Two of Wands is about creating more harmony, more connection, more intimacy. And the Temperance card, truth be told, wants you to align with that. But the Emperor card is saying you have to be resolute that that is the outcome, right? You have to be resolute that that is what you want. And so in order to be that clear on the outcome that you desire, you have to really be understanding what it is that you desire. So this is a really good week for you to check in with yourself, your living situation, who you live with, how you live there, the environment that you live in, all of it, to ask yourself, is this place really conducive to the kind of life that I want to live? There's a big question mark this week, Libras. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up. I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Let me know in the comments. And also, if you want to book a personal reading with me, you can do so on the link in the description box below. Take care, and I'll see you soon.